Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Nuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're gonna do this beautiful flowery pattern coaster. Here it is. It looks like this from the back, from the front, and here it is. And for this particular project I have used my 100% cotton yarn, and for this one I've used 3.5 mm of the hook. Here it is. So let's begin. So here it is. We will start with a slip knot. So have your yarn and have a slip knot here. And now we will chain up 5 here. So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Have a chain 5, and now we will go to this last chain from our hook. So go to this last chain from your hook, insert your hook here and grab a yarn and have one slip stitch here. Here it is. And that will create a little loop here. And now for our first round we will have our 12 single crochets into our this loop. So for that we will have a chain 1. Now this chain 1 is not a stitch. Now insert your hook into this loop. Here it is, into the space, and grab a yarn and have one single crochet, and this is your first single crochet. And now we will have another 11 single crochets here. In total we're going to need 12 single crochets. So this is your first single crochet. Insert your hook again into that same space and grab a yarn and have your second single crochet. This is your third single crochet. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Here it is. We got over this 12 single crochets here for our first round, round number 1. It looks like this. Here it is. And now we will go to this first single crochet. So remember, this is our first single crochet. Now if you think that you will forget this, you can always count back. So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. This is your 12th single crochet. Insert your hook into this 12th single crochet, grab a yarn and have one slip stitch here, and here it is. It looks like this. Now if you want, you can pull this yarn a little tight, or you can leave it like this, because anyway we're going to need a little space here. It's gonna look great. If you don't want a space, you can always pull this yarn and you can close this loop. I'm gonna leave this one here like this. And now here for our second round we will chain up 3, 1, 2 and 3, and insert your hook into this next stitch. But here we will take the front loop only. So here it is. Just have a front loop like this. We will not go to both the loops here, but we will go to this front loop only. Insert your hook into this front loop and grab a yarn and have one slip stitch. So here it is. Have a slip stitch, chain 3 and your front loop slip stitch here. And now again we will have a chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. We will go to this next stitch and we will have one slip stitch into the front loop only. Here again we will have a chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and go to this next stitch and have one slip stitch into the front loop of your this next stitch. And now keep on having this chain 3s all the way around on each stitch, and by the end you're gonna have your this 12 sets of your this chain 3. So keep on having this chain 3s on each stitch here. Go to this next stitch and have the front loop only. So insert your hook into the front loop of your this next stitch just like this, grab a yarn and have one slip stitch. Keep on repeating this pattern and I'm going to meet you at the end. So here it is. I got my this last chain 3 and I will go to the stitch. This is a slip stitch, and I will insert my hook into the front loop and will grab the yarn and will have a slip stitch here, and that's going to be my last 12th chain 3. And here it is. My work looks like this here. And now I'm going to take out my this hook and have a little longer yarn in here so that you will not mash up your yarn. We will not cut the yarn. So here it is. It looks like this. Just going to cut this one here. Here it is. It looks like this. And now we will change the color of our yarn, but we will not cut over this first yarn. So just leave this tail in here, turn your work and have this second color. So here it is. Have you this second color and insert your hook into any of your this back loop of your any of your the stitches. So here it is. I'm just going to insert my hook like this. So now when inserting your hook, always remember that you are inserting hook like this. Do not go like this. Do not go from the inside, just go from the outside. So here it is. This is the front side. We will turn our work and we will insert our hook from here like this. And now we will attach over the second color. So just have the second color here. Just gonna attach it properly. And now we will have chain 3. So here it is. It's 1, 2, and 3. Have this chain 3. And now we will skip over this next stitch. So here it is. This is the back loop of your next stitch. So we will skip over this next stitch and we will go to this stitch after that. Now this is the back loop of your this third stitch. So here it is. On first stitch you have your this chain 3 and you're going to skip your this next stitch and you will go to this second stitch here and insert your hook into the back loop of your this second stitch, grab a yarn and have one slip stitch. Again chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. And now skip this next stitch. This is the back loop of your this next stitch. Go to the stitch after that. This is the back loop of your next stitch. Insert your hook, grab a yarn and have one slip stitch. And now keep on repeating this pattern and we're going to need 6 sets of over this chain 3. So again, skip this next stitch, go to the stitch after that, insert your hook into the back loop of your next stitch and have one slip stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Skip this next stitch, go to the stitch after that, insert your hook into the back loop and grab a yarn and have one slip stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Skip this next stitch, go to the stitch after that and have one slip stitch here. It looks like this. And chain 3 for the last time. Skip this next stitch and go to the stitch after that. This is your last stitch. So insert your hook into this last stitch, grab a yarn and have one slip stitch here. And you have 6 sets of your this chain 3. So here it is. If you will count, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So have you the 6 sets of this chain 3 on this back loops. And now we will go to this next stitch here, this next chain 3 space here. So this is your first stitch. Go to this next chain 3 space. Here it is. Grab a yarn and have one extra slip stitch here, just to reach up to this chain 3 space. Here it is. And now we will start having over this paddle. So for that, chain up 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Chain up 6 and now go to the second chain from your hook, this one, and insert your hook here and grab a yarn. Go to this next stitch, next chain, insert your hook and grab a yarn. Go to this next chain, insert your hook and grab a yarn, and go to this next chain, insert your hook and grab a yarn. Go to this next one, insert your hook and grab a yarn, and go to this chain 3 space, insert your hook and grab a yarn. Here it is. And now you're going to have 7 loops on your hook. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now yarn over and pull a yarn through 2 loops, yarn over and pull a yarn through 2 loops, yarn over and pull a yarn through 2 loops, yarn over and pull a yarn through 2 loops, yarn over and pull a yarn through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull a yarn through 2 loops. And you're going to do this for 6 times. Here it is. And this is your row number 1. Now for your row number 2, we will chain 1. We will have one increase here. So for that, have a chain 1. And now go to this yarn over. So we got over this yarn over on the top. We will insert our hook into over this yarn overs. So for that, insert your hook into this yarn over. Here it is. First yarn over and grab a yarn. Go to this next one. Insert your hook and grab a yarn. Go to this next one. Insert your hook and grab a yarn. Go to this next one. Insert your hook and grab a yarn. Go to this next one. Insert your hook and grab a yarn. Go to this next one. Insert your hook and grab a yarn. And now we are here. So we don't have any yarn over here. We will go to this chain 3 space, insert your hook and grab a yarn. And now you're going to have 8 loops on your hook. So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. You got 8 loops on your hook. Now we will yarn over and pull our yarn for 7 times. So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Here it is. It looks like this. And now for next 3 times we will have no increase. So this is the end of your row number 2, and for next 3 rows we will have no increase, so we will just work on our this pattern here. So for that, just go to this first yarn over. So your first yarn over is always here, always hidden inside here. So always remember that this is your first yarn over. Just go to this first yarn over, insert your hook into this space, grab a yarn, go to this next one, insert your hook and grab a yarn, go to this next one, insert your hook and grab a yarn, and go all of this yarn overs, insert your hook and grab a yarn until the end, and we will go to this chain 3 space as well. So insert your hook into this chain 3 space, grab a yarn. You're gonna have 8 loops on your hook. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops for 7 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. This is the end of your row number 3. Now for your row number 4, again we will not have any increase. So here it is. Go to this first yarn over and all of these yarn overs, and insert your hook and grab a yarn. So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And we will go to this chain 3 space. Remember, we are working on our this first chain 3 space, same chain 3 space. Go to the same chain 3 space, insert your hook and grab a yarn. You're gonna have 8 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and you're gonna do this for 7 times. Here it is. This is the end of your row number 4. And now for our 5th row, again we will not have any increase. So just go to this space and insert your hook into every of your this yarn over and grab a yarn. So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Go to the same chain 3 space, insert your hook and grab a yarn, and you're going to have 8 loops in your hook. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops for 7 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And this is the end of your row number 5. So if you want to count, this is your row number 1, this is your row number 2, this is your row number 3, this is your row number 4, and your row number 5. And now we will have our last row. That's going to be our 6th row. And for that, we will have a decrease here. So for the decrease, this is your first yarn over, and we will skip over this first yarn over. So we will not work on this first yarn over. We will start working on over this from over this second yarn over. So just go to this second yarn over, skip this first yarn over, go to the second one and insert your hook, and now all the way insert your hook into every yarn over and grab your yarn. So it's here. And now we will go to this chain 3 space, same chain 3 space, insert your hook and grab a yarn, and you're going to have 7 loops on your hook. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is your 7th loop. Here it is. And now yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops for next 6 times. So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And here it is. It looks like this here. And now we will go to this yarn overs here, and we will have our slip stitches here just to reach to our this chain 3 space. So for that, we will go to this first yarn over. So this is your first yarn over. Go to this first yarn over, insert your hook into this first yarn over here, grab a yarn and have your first slip stitch here. Go to this next one, insert your hook, grab a yarn and have your second slip stitch here. Go to this next one, insert your hook, grab a yarn and have a third slip stitch here. Go to this next one, insert your hook, grab a yarn and have your fourth slip stitch here, and go to this next last chain over, insert your hook, grab a yarn and have your fifth slip stitch here. And now we will go to this chain 3 space and we will have our last 6th slip stitch here. So here it is. Our first petal is ready. It looks like this, and now we will repeat exactly the same pattern for our next 5 flower petals. So for that, we will go to this next chain 3 space. So here it is. Go to this next chain 3 space, insert your hook and have a slip stitch here, one extra slip stitch, and now we will chain up 6 here. So here it is. It's 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Chain up 6, and now we will go to the second chain, and from this second chain we will go to every chain and we will insert our hook and we will grab the yarn. So skip this first chain, go to this next chain and have your yarn. So here it is. It's 1 2 3 4 and 5. Now go to this chain 3 space, insert your hook and grab a yarn, and you're gonna have 7 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 6 times. So here it is. It's 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Chain 1. Here it is, and we will have our only one chain 1. This is the end of your round number or round number 1. To start our round number 2, go to this first yarn over, insert your hook into this first yarn over and grab your yarn and into every of your this yarn over. So here it is. It's 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Insert your hook into this chain 3 space, grab a yarn, and now you're gonna have 8 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull a yarn through 2 loops for 7 times. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. And now we will repeat our this row number 2 for our next 3 rows. So for our row number 3 4 and 5, we will do exactly the same what we have done here on our this row number 2. So here it is. Go to this first yarn over, insert your hook and grab a yarn. So here it is. It's 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Go to this chain 1 space, grab a yarn. You're gonna have 8 loops. Yarn over and pull a yarn through 2 loops for next 7 times. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. End of your row number 3. And now for your row number 4, again we will repeat our row number 2 here. So insert your hook into this first yarn over, grab a yarn and into each of this yarn over. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 and into this chain 3 space as well, and grab a yarn, yarn over and pull a yarn through 2 loops for next 7 times. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Here it is. End of your row number 4. And now for your row number 5, again we will repeat our row number 2. So here it is. Insert your hook into this first yarn over, grab a yarn and into each of your this yarn over and grab a yarn. Here it is. And go to this chain 3 space, insert your hook and grab a yarn. Here it is. You're gonna have 8 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops for next 7 times. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Here it is. And now after your row number 5, for your row number 6, we will decrease our stitch. So for that we will skip over this first yarn over and we will go to this next one, and from the next yarn over we will insert our hook into over this every yarn over. So that's 1 2 3 4 and only 5. Here it is. And now go to this chain 3 space, same chain 3 space, and grab a yarn. Here it is. And now you're gonna have 7 loops in your hook, and now we will yarn over and pull our yarn through next 6 times. So here it is. It's 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, and it looks like this. And now we will have our slip stitches. So for that, go to this first yarn over, this one, insert your hook into this first yarn over and grab your yarn and have 1 slip stitch. So that's your first slip stitch. That's gonna be your second slip stitch. have here this third slip stitch, fourth slip stitch, 5, and now your sixth, last slip stitch will be into this chain 3 space. So have here this sixth slip stitch, and here it is. It looks like this. And now repeat this pattern all the way around for next 4 times into every this chain 3 space, and I'm gonna meet you after that. So again, to go to this next chain 3 space, insert your hook into this next chain 3 space, grab a yarn and have 1 slip stitch here and have chain 6 here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and keep on working on this pattern, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. My 6th pattern is done, and I've got my this last slip stitch here. And now I will go to this next chain 3 space. We'll grab my yarn and we'll have my last slip stitch here just to finish up my this round. Here it is, and I'm at the back. Have here this chain 1 just to secure your yarn, and cut your yarn, secure your yarn, and if you want you can hide your this ends in. We're going to do it later on. And now we are here. Now for this first color, for this first yarn, just grab that one here. So we got over this last slip stitch here, and it's here, and now we will start working on our this pattern. So for that we will go at the back, here it is, and we will go into this chain 3 space. So here it is, go to the second color, go to this chain 3 space, grab a yarn and have 1 extra slip stitch here. Here it is, and now we will have 1 slip stitch and 1 chain 1 all the way on our this pattern. So for that, so we got over this first slip stitch, here it is, have a chain 1. So having this first slip stitch and a chain 1 on this chain 3 space, and now we will go to this first chain. So here it is, go to this first chain here like this, grab yarn and have your second slip stitch and a chain 1. Go to this next chain and grab yarn and have 1 slip stitch and a chain 1. Go to this next one, insert your hook, grab yarn and have 1 slip stitch and a chain 1. Go to this next one, insert your hook, grab yarn and have slip stitch and chain 1. So here it is, you got your this 5 slip stitch and a chain 1. I will go to this next one, insert your hook, grab yarn and have your 6th slip stitch and a chain 1. So here it is, have your 6 slip stitches and a chain 1, and now we will be here on our this top part. Now here we will have 7 slip stitches and 7 chain 1. So here on this side you have your 6 slip stitches. Here we will have 7 slip stitches. So go to this first stitch here, insert your hook and grab yarn and have 1 slip stitch and chain 1. Go to the second one, insert your hook here and grab yarn and have your the second slip stitch and a chain 1. Go to this next one, that's gonna be a 3rd slip stitch and a chain 1. Go to this next one, that's gonna be a 4th slip stitch and a chain 1. Go to this next one, that's going to be a 5th slip stitch and a chain 1. Go to this next one, slip stitch and a chain 1, and here you're going to have your 7th slip stitch and a chain 1. Here it is. And now we will go to this side, and again here we're going to have 6 slip stitches and a chain 1. So here you got your 6 slip stitches and a chain 1. On top you got 7 slip stitches and chain 1, and on this other side as well you're going to have your 6 slip stitches and chain 1. So we'll work on this slip stitches. So go to this first slip stitch and insert your hook and have your yarn. It's going to be a little difficult because we are working on the slip stitch. So have a chain 1, so it's 1. Here it is. Now we'll go to this next one, insert your hook, grab a yarn and have your the 2nd slip stitch and chain 1. Go to this next one and have your this 3rd slip stitch and chain 1. Go to this next one, have 4th slip stitch and chain 1, and go to this last one and have your 5th slip stitch and chain 1. And we will go to this chain 3 space and we will have our last chain 1, slip stitch and a chain 1. So here it is, we got about the 6 slip stitches and a chain 1 on this side as well. And now go to this chain 3, this chain 3 in your in your front, and with your this first color, and insert your this hook here and grab this one and have a one extra slip stitch here. We will grab this one, and now we will go to this next petal here again and just go at the back, insert your hook here, grab yarn and have one slip stitch and chain 1. And we will repeat our exactly the same on our this side. So keep on repeating your pattern here. So here it is, this is your first slip stitch, chain 1, go to this next chain here, have your second slip stitch, chain 1, go to this next one, have your third slip stitch, chain 1, go to this next one, this is your fourth slip stitch, chain 1, and have your fifth slip stitch and a chain 1, and your fifth slip stitch and a chain 1. Sorry about this. Here, and now we will be here on our this top side, and here we will have 7 slip stitches and a chain 1. So here it is, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And now we will be here, we will have another 6 slip stitches and chain 1. So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and your 6th will be on your this chain 3. Chain 3, sorry, chain 1, and here it is. Your second petal is ready, and now this one is already taken. We have already taken over this chain 3, so we'll skip over this next chain 3 and we will go to this chain 3 after that, and we will insert our hook here, and again we will attach our this chain 3 into our this work. So have a slip stitch, and now turn your work and go to this next third petal, and now keep on repeating your pattern, and I'm gonna meet you at the end here. And here it is, I got my this last slip stitch here and my this last chain 1, and now here it is, my this chain 3 is already taken, so I'm gonna skip my this next chain 3 and I will go to this chain 3 and will insert my hook here, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll have a slip stitch here, and now I will turn my work and I will go to this next chain 3 space and we'll have a slip stitch here, tighten up your work, and now I'm going to cut my yarn. Cut your yarn and secure your this last stitch. Don't worry if your stitch is at the front, we will take this back, and here it is. Our work is almost done. We can turn our work, and now just hide your this ends in. Just take this one at the back as well and hide all of your this ends in, and I'm going to meet you after that. And here it is, I've hide my all the ends in, and it looks like this. Now you can open up your this flower petals. Here it is, just stretch them a little bit and open them up here like this, and adjust your flower petals here, and it's all done. So here it is, your coaster is ready, and it looks like this. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.